in the ancient lands of Middle-earth, beyond the misty mountains and the sprawling forests of Lothlorien, the shadow of darkness once again crept over the free peoples. Though Sauron had been vanquished and the One Ring destroyed, evil never truly rests. In the deepest caverns of the misty mountains, a power long forgotten began to stir. It was whispered that in the darkest corner of Moria, something had awakened, an ancient force born before the rings of power. Elves, dwarves, and men grew wary. Scouts from Gondor reported strange happenings. The sky darkened unnaturally near the borders of Mordor, and foul creatures not seen in many years were spotted moving through the night. In Rivendell, where the ancient wisdom of Elrond's house still lingered, the Council of the Wise was summoned. Celeborn from Lothlorien, Gloin from Erebor, and the ranger Eldarion, son of King Aragorn, sat in council. "There are whispers of a power in the depths of Khazad-dûm," spoke Gloin gravely. "The Balrog may have been slain, but other creatures, twisted by darkness, may still dwell there. We have heard rumors of a creature known as the Ghasharúl, one that feeds on the remnants of the power Sauron once wielded." Elrond, his face lined with ancient wisdom, nodded slowly. "Moria has always been a place of danger and mystery. If such a creature exists, it threatens not just the dwarves, but all of Middle-earth. It cannot be allowed to rise," Eldarion said, his voice strong and determined. "We must act." The council agreed that a small company must venture into the depths of Moria to uncover the truth behind these whispers. Elrond chose his granddaughter, Arwen's daughter Línaiel, an elven warrior of great skill. From Gondor came Eldarion, determined to follow in his father's footsteps, and from Erebor, the young dwarf Gror, eager to prove his worth. To guide them through the ancient paths of Moria was Durin, a descendant of the house of Durin, familiar with the secret ways of his ancestors. The journey to Moria was fraught with peril. The Fellowship of Old had cleared the path many years ago, but nature and darkness had reclaimed the land. As they entered the mines, the air grew cold, and the walls seemed to whisper of ancient battles and long-forgotten sorrow. Deep within the halls of Moria, they discovered signs of a great disturbance. Statues of Durin's kin were shattered, and the air was thick with the scent of sulphur and rot. It was in the deepest chamber, where once the dwarves had mined mithril, that they encountered the source of the darkness. The Ghasharúl was a hideous creature, tall and gaunt, its skin like cracked stone, glowing with a fiery light from within. It moved with unnatural speed, and wielded dark magic that twisted the very air around it. The company fought bravely. Línaiel's arrows flew true, and Gror's axe struck with the fury of his ancestors. But the Ghasharúl was no ordinary foe. It summoned shadows to its aid, creatures of flame and smoke that lashed out with fury. In the heart of the battle, as Eldarion faced the beast, a memory of his father filled his mind. The moment when Aragorn had led the charge at the Black Gate, fearless and unyielding. With a shout, he raised his sword, Andoril, reforged from the shards of Narsil, and struck the Ghasharúl with all his might. The creature screamed in fury, its form collapsing in on itself as it was consumed by the very power it sought to wield. The chamber trembled, and the walls began to collapse as the evil presence that had lurked in Moria for so long was finally banished. The company fled, racing through the tunnels as the ancient halls of Khazad-dûm crumbled around them. They emerged into the cold light of day, weary but victorious. When they returned to Rivendell, the Council of the Wise was waiting. Elrond listened gravely as they recounted their tale. "You have done a great service to Middle-earth," he said. But this victory reminds us that even in times of peace, we must remain vigilant. Evil cannot be destroyed completely. It can only be held at bay. As the company departed, each member knew that their journey was just one of many in the ongoing battle to protect the free peoples of Middle-earth. But for now, the darkness had been pushed back, and the light of hope once again shone over the ancient lands of Gondor, Rohan, and beyond. And in the depths of the misty mountains, the echoes of their victory reverberated, a reminder that even in the darkest of places, the light can still prevail.